Hey friends, welcome back to Essentially Jessi. Today we're going to talk about Creed versus Creed versus Creed. We're talking about Creed Aventus versus Creed Aventus for Her versus Creed Aventus Cologne, their very newest release. So let's get to it. Today we're talking about one of the most famous colognes. We're talking about Creed Aventus. This was released in 2010. They're actually celebrating its 10th anniversary now and have a really cool new 10th anniversary bottle. I bought this bottle maybe a year ago, and the sales guy showed me probably 20 fragrances. This was really early. Maybe this was a year and a half or 2 years ago. Anyway, this was very early on in my fragrance adventure, and he showed me these fragrances. I found some that I really liked, and then he got to this one and he was like, this will knock your socks off. I always save this for last because it's amazing. And I smelled it and I said, that's amazing, wrap it up, this is the one. I just couldn't help myself, and I bought this for my husband, and he loves it, but I extra love it. So when I spray this on myself too. So this is definitely targeted towards men. This is the, Creed puts it like an energetic, driven man. It's so good. And this is the man that is striving for success. You can wear this to the office. You can wear this for date night. You can wear this fall, spring, winter, summer. Probably go really, really, really easy on the trigger in the summer. Creed Aventus is $325 for a 50 ml, which is pretty steep. But the good thing is it lasts all day and it's beast mode. So 1-2 sprays tops. I would probably just say 1 to the office and 2 out at night is max. It lasts all day. The longevity is there, the sillage is there. Everyone's gonna smell you. Everyone is going to want to know what you're wearing. I know that I've worn this several times, and I just put 1 spray on my wrist and people will stop me and say, what are you wearing? It's just that good. And I don't care that they market it towards men. I love it myself. The notes are bergamot, blackcurrant, leaves, apple, and pineapple. So this is one of the first men's fragrances that was heavy on the pineapple, which you get in the opening, but then as it dries down, it gets more woody. The mid is pink berries, birch, patchouli, and jasmine. I don't get a ton of the jasmine, but maybe that's what makes me feel like I can wear it. I don't know. The base note is musk, oakmoss, ambergris, and vanilla. So the dry down is beautiful. The opening is really pretty, and the opening is what is so attention grabbing, but it's the dry down that keeps the longevity there. It's just good. Really, really good. Aventus means from the wind, which is really interesting because I don't know that I've smelled wind like this, but this is just so good. I cannot say this is so good enough. It is a delicious fragrance. So once I smelled this, I was really excited to smell Aventus for Her. So I picked up Aventus for Her in my Royalty scent box. And Royalty Scents is a fragrance company where you can get niche brand fragrances for $20 per little travel spray. The travel sprays hold between 120 and 140 sprays, which is a good month's worth depending on the longevity of the fragrance. But you can just pop it in your purse or your bag or your car, carry it with you, and really get a great experience for the fragrance before dropping $300, $400, $500 on a bottle of perfume. So this is Aventus for Her. Clearly it's marketed towards women. The Royalty scents come in these really great travel sprays. I really like the atomizers. It protects the fragrance inside. Recently they've started putting the name of the fragrance on the bottom of the case, but I really like it because it just rolls up really easy. It sprays really nicely, and I thought, with as good as Creed is, how can they make a woman's fragrance that smells as good? It's so good. It is so good. This is office, date night, elegant event, white t-shirt and jeans. This really is a universal one and done fragrance. Is it pricey? Yes, it is very pricey. It's probably not quite as beast mode as the original Aventus, but the longevity is good and the sillage is good. I'm not gonna say it's as beast mode as the original, but it is good. I do think that it's worth the money. Recently, Dillard's had a sale. They may still have a sale going on, I'm not sure, to get 15% off, and it included the Creed. So you can find these on sale. I'm not sure that the Creed website ever really puts them on sale, but I think you can find them at some of the big box like Nordstrom's and places like that, where they would be running a sale where you could get some money off and possibly free shipping too. The notes for Aventus for Her, it's so interesting to me that these two fragrances, this one launched in 2016. So Creed Aventus is 10 years old. This one is 4 years old. It's interesting to me that they smell similar, but very different. They just have the same, I guess, DNA, like their foundation is probably the same, and then they took this one much more feminine. So the notes are, top notes are Egyptian green apple, pink berries, patchouli, and Italian berries. Then the mid is Bulgarian and Turkish rose. I get some rose, but it's just a really bright, fizzy fragrance as opposed to a really heavy, thick fragrance. Indian sandalwood, Styrax, and musk. I do get the sandalwood, not as much. It's not as woody, but I definitely get it. The base, the dry down is peach, cassis, lilac, amber, and ylang ylang. I think I've mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of ylang ylang, and I don't get any, I don't think, of that in this. I just don't pick it up. But this is like a fruity, floral, just explosion of just really bright, effervescent, fizzy, fun, punchy. I will say if you go heavy on this, just like the regular Creed Aventus, you will overpower the room. So be careful on this. I would probably say 2 to 4 sprays, probably max. So this will also last you a long time. The 75 ml, so they don't make a 50 ml in the Aventus for Her that I found. The 75 ml is $405. Again, pretty hefty price tag. But that's why I love Royalty so much. But that's why I love Royalty scents so much, because for $20, I get to try out a $400 fragrance for a month. It's a really good value for what you're getting, and it also lets you know for sure, yes, I want to purchase this fragrance. I do love this fragrance. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the store, picked out a fragrance, got it home, worn it a few times and thought, ooh, I don't like this, or I don't like the dry down, because you spray it on a card in the store, then you get home, and as it dries down, it changes, and it changes with your skin chemistry. So Royalty scents and programs like Scentbird are also great opportunities to try it before you buy it. I just wanted to add that I'm not getting paid by Royalty scents. These are just my own personal opinions. I enjoy the service, and I wanted to pass along that tip for saving some money along to you guys. Next up, we have Aventus Cologne. This is their newest release. The House of Creed killed it again. It's unbelievable, because when I first smelled this, it does resemble the original Creed Aventus. So that came out in 2010. Then we have Aventus for Her in 2016. This just released in 2020. So a few months back, I smelled Aventus Cologne and I thought, why do I need them both? I really like Creed Aventus, the original. They smell similar, but then as the more I smelled Creed Aventus, the original, on my husband, the more I realized, I might want to revisit that. So I got some Creed samples, and I love this. I really love this. It's so pretty. It's so fresh. It's so unisex. I would say the original Creed Aventus leans more masculine. Aventus for Her obviously leans more feminine, and I think this is smack dab in the middle. I don't know how they got 3 really distinct fragrances that have the same DNA, and yet they're so just sought after. I did notice that the 100 ml on this is sold out on the Creed website, and like I said, it hasn't been out for that long. I feel like this is going to be really popular for Christmas gifts. So if you want a bottle, you should snag it up. I picked this up in my recent Dillard's haul that I will link in the description box below, and I just love it. On the Aventus Cologne, it is said to be a fresh complement to the regular Aventus. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually sprayed the regular Aventus on one arm and Aventus Cologne on the other, and it's mixed reviews on who likes what the best, but I still don't know myself. Okay, the top notes are ginger, mandarin, and rose. The mid is patchouli, Indian Sandalwood and Vetiver, and the base notes are Styrax, Birch, Musk, and Tonka. And I think the Tonka is what really sets it apart, but you don't get it till the dry down. So I probably won't smell that since I just sprayed it for another 1.5 to 2 hours. It's very woody. I love the vetiver. I love any vetiver. I just love vetiver. And vetiver is a very calming, soothing essential oil that they use. A lot of people use it if they have children who have ADHD, just to really help them focus, but also to calm their anxiety down. So I love it in this fragrance. I think that the packaging is beautiful. It's somewhere in between the black of the Aventus original and the white of the Aventus for her, because that packaging is white. It's just really a nice fragrance. So in this battle, this has probably been the hardest battle I've ever done as far as fragrance goes, as strange as that sounds. I do love the original Creed Aventus. I do love Aventus for her, even though I just have the travel spray. I really like this fragrance, but I would have to say for me, the clear winner is Aventus Cologne. It's the newest, it's the most modern, it is just beautiful, and it is a must smell for men and women. It is very unisex. It is very appropriate for day, for night. I think it's appropriate for all seasons. I think it will really shine brightest in spring, summer-ish, but again, you have to go easy on the trigger on this because it is beast mode. I think I sprayed it on my wrist twice. I won't spray anything for the rest of the day and I will be good to go. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out my other Versus videos. I'll link some in the description box below. I've got Tom Ford, Dolce & Gabbana, just to name a few. Drop me a comment below and let me know what your favorite Creed is. Is there one you've got your eye on? Is there one that is the strong winner for you? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to be notified of all future videos. Smell you later.